G'day everyone, it's Craig from Sky Aerial Photography. Now today's episode is nothing to do with aerial photography. It's actually to do with my little other work car. I've got a big Land Cruiser 200 series and this is a 2007 Honda Jazz. What we're suffering here for some time is water in the spare tyre well. So it's been bugging me for the last couple of months. I haven't been able to work out what caused it. So I thought everywhere else on YouTube, they all deal with the join of the roof with the back panel here. So this one here, or in the suspension Duvalaki thing for the tail, Watsamajig, that got leaking it. So I sealed all that up and it's still leaking away. We're obviously in Australia, so the US, it's in the opposite side because it has this little black grommet for the lights and all the Watsamajig, what's it call it. So I'm just going to dive in. I've already pulled the bits, I've already found the problem, but I thought I'd just cover it quickly, give you a rundown of what needs to be done. If this doesn't work for you with that sealant and you've still got a leak, you've got to dive down a bit further. And this is just by chance that I had the day off, so I thought I'd run through. It's a miserable day, so I'm not flying the helicopter or the plane today. So let's have a look at it and I might be able to add a few photos. Okay, sit back and watch this. As you can see here, I've already pulled it all apart because I found it. So I should have done the YouTube beforehand. So before, everywhere else on YouTube that I found, if you've got water in this well down here, they basically, this all gets full of water. So I've just had the old towels down here and all this gets completely full of water. So what they deal with here. So you can see where I've celastic it up. I'm sorry about the light, but the celastic there, and then you seal all this. There's a crack in here and a crack up there. They're renowned for it. They crack in here and then they leak down. So on my case, I haven't got any leaks. You can see this one I haven't touched and it's not actually leaking. But to be honest, I first looked at that before I pulled these panels off. I've taken the panels off, found the source. But you can see here with the brown, it has been leaking here at some stage of the past. So that's the passenger side. And you can also see down the driver's side here, the brown stain. But that doesn't seem my problem. Now I've already cleaned it up. What I found was these shock absorbers were worn out and this is all full of mud. I'll probably add a photo in this to show you what it looked like before I cleaned it all up. And there was water all through here, You can see the water stain on there. And on this side, it's not as bad, but you can see all the mud attached to it. There's water splashing up from underneath. It gets through here. So the way to resolve this is basically replace the shock absorbers. So I'm going to be doing that, which is an easy job. You just go and get some new ones, take the tire off, jack it up and replace them out. But I want to show you how to actually get to this because most people will be confused with it. Okay, to get to it, so obviously you put the seats down, you flip it out, you take the tire out, you dry it all up, clean it all up, and both sides are exactly the same as far as removing it. This side's just got a light, the passenger side's got a light, so you've got to disconnect that when you take the panel off. So to get to this panel, you've got to take the rubbers out. So they all sit in here. This is obviously out. I'm just showing you what to do. The rubber's out. There's a screw that goes in here. You need to take that out. There's a screw that goes in there. You need to take that out. There's a little grommet that goes in there. They look like this. One of these little grommet things. So there's two of those. You've got to pop those out. You may have to, I'll just remove it. You may have to unscrew that little bracket there. It gets caught. And then all you do is you just pop it off the side, pop it off the top. You need to take the seatbelt off. So you can see the seatbelt here, that gets attached down into that hole down in there. So that's a 3/16 hole socket, make it easier for you, 3/16. Or is that 5, sorry, it might be 5/8. I can't remember what I had. Was it the 5/8? It wasn't 1/2 inch. Let me just double check and see what it is, just for, no, it's not 5/8. Maybe it's 3/16. I don't think it was 1/2 inch. It wasn't a 1/2 inch one. I think a 1/2 inch is too small. Oh well, I'll get there. 9/16. I knew I was somewhere near it. That's it, 9/16 socket, okay? So you need a 9/16 socket and that'll take that off. And then once you remove that, that just sits up in there. And then what you do is you pop it all the way around, just pop it all off. You'll have to lift the hinges out of there. Now the tricky bit is this bit down here. So you got to lift the whole seat up, and that thing clips into that one in there. So it just has two of those little dicky Watsumi doovie clippy things. You've just got to put your hand in there and just prise them out. It does happen, and then put the seat down. once that's done, then you can take the whole thing out. This whole contraption will come out eventually. It does come out. I've just got the seat down. So you take that out and then lie it over in the corner so they can get out of the road. And then what I found was all the water was lying in here. So it lies in here, and then it all sprays over here and comes down here. So replace that and then basically put it all back again. Put the other side. You'll probably find if one's failed, I found this one was the worst one. That one was where all the water was coming from, was pooling in here. You can still see a bit of the water through here that I've got to wait to dry up. The other side will go. So if one goes, the other one goes. Check this to make sure that you haven't got any leaks there to deal with that. And then do the reverse order. Put it all back together again, screw it up, close the seals, put it outside. Hope to hell it rains for a while, and bingo, hopefully that's fixed. I really hope that's helped someone. Has nothing to do with aerial photography, and has nothing to do with flying planes, flying helicopters, drones, time-lapse cameras, but someone else owns a 2007 rough model of a Honda Jazz, and hopefully I've helped him out to find that water leak, and you don't have to throw the thing away and it doesn't rust. So what I do not advise is what we would do on the farm is get a shotgun and blow a couple of holes in the bottom of this to let the water out. Maybe that's a bit dramatic for this sort of thing because the water will just come back up. All right, have fun, and thanks for watching. I hope it's helped.